Coach, can you just speak to the last probably 30 seconds? It appeared as though this was going to be a back and forth, and you had a moment that didn't seem to go your way.
Yeah, we just didn't execute. It came down to, I think it wasn't the end of the game. I think it was all throughout the game. We didn't value the basketball enough, and it hurt us. Came back to bite us.
If you could just give an update, we did see Kahleah go down, but then she was back in the game. Just a minor injury, I'm assuming.
She got elbowed in the face.
Appreciate it, Coach. Thank you.
Cheryl raced out.
James, is this a difficult loss because it was an opportunity missed?
I can't hear you.
James, can you hear me now? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
James, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yep, we can hear you.
What was this an opportunity missed?
Yeah.
What do you have to do to regroup? What do you have to do to regroup?
We just have to, learn from our mistakes. But this is something that has been a constant for us. And no matter if we talk about it or if we don't talk about it, it's just we have to grow up.
Is there enough time to grow up?
We'll see.
Thank you.
Robert Schaefer.
Hey, Coach. I had a question about Stephanie Mavunga. Obviously, her first day going through practice and a game with the team. She only gets 5 minutes tonight, but given kind of how she's adjusting and things like that, I was just wondering what your impressions are of how she's been gelling with the team so far.
She's going to be fine. She just got with us this morning, but she's going to be fine.
And what are your? She mentioned in a press conference this morning that you guys had a prior relationship, that you knew each other a little bit from each of your time in France. I was wondering, based on that prior knowledge, what have you seen from her, kind of interpersonally gelling with the team and things like that? How do you see her as a fit moving forward down the stretch?
I think she's going to be good for us. We got a player that can stretch the floor, that can go rebound, so she's going to be good.
Thank you.
Jake Meister.
Coach, I know you talked a little bit about just wanting the team to come out with energy, especially over these last few games or so. Where would you just rate that overall performance tonight?
The performance as far as basketball or energy?
Energy, yes.
I felt like it took us a while to get into the game, and by the time we got into it, we were down 8 or 10 already, and then we went down 17. So
Got it. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, James. Thank you so much.
thanks, guys.
Allie Quigley next. Allie, thank you for joining us. Chicago Sky's all-time leading scorer. Congratulations. Eric Wilson will get started.
Allie, congrats. Yes, as Kelly said, on a momentous occasion for you. I know you would have wished the outcome to be different. So that being said, let me ask you, the energy tonight, it seemed to be not Chicago Sky-esque. Can you just talk about, the vocalization on and off the court and what was going on with you ladies tonight?
Yeah, I feel like we went into the game feeling really good, really positive. Obviously, a huge game last against Indiana had us all feeling really good. I think just our play on the court just kind of emotionally drains us. And, when we throw the ball 15 times to them in the first half, it kind of like punches you in the gut every single time. So it's unfortunately that we're doing it to ourselves. So I think that's kind of where our energy is coming from. We just have to be more disciplined on offense and rebound on defense, I think.
Gotcha. And along those lines, Sloot got in foul trouble early, so the rest of the ladies really had to kind of step up. What did you personally felt like your responsibility was to keep her out of foul trouble?
Keep Courtney out of foul trouble?
Yes.
Just kind of talk to her and just have her be smart out there. Not much I can do for her to not be in foul trouble.
No, I got you. I appreciate it, Allie. Thank you.
Thank you.
Carol raced out.
Ellie, although it's a loss, but you guys were down 18 points and were able to come back. Do you take any solace that you actually got back in the game and were able to be in a position to possibly win it?
Definitely, yeah. It just like shows that we're what's inside of us and what we can do when we decide we want to do it. But that's just not how a 40-minute game works. You can't just throw the ball to them 15 times in the first half and then just switch it up and expect to win. But we have to take some positives from coming back from 18 and just know that if we're more disciplined in the first half, then it's a totally different game.
Does it make you guys more laser focused for these last 4 games, knowing what's at stake?
Yeah, I mean, we knew it now too. It's just about not talking about it, but doing it on the court. So we know what's at stake. We know every single game matters with seeding. It's just about doing it on the court now.
Thank you.
All right, Jake Meister.
Yeah, Allie, somewhat of a strange question, but you actually haven't missed a free throw since August 8th against Connecticut Sun. So just, factoring in that, you guys are basically playing games every day. You're playing a ton of minutes. How are you able to just keep that going when you're playing such a heavy amount of minutes each game?
I think it's just you have your comfort zone on the free throw line. You have your routine. And like you said, when you've been making them for a while, all month, I'm just confident right now at the free throw line.
And just overall, kind of when you guys seem to have these tight, close games or just kind of come up on the wrong end, you always kind of talk about the energy. So where would you just rate the team's energy overall from tonight?
I would say it was frustrated energy just based on kind of the hole that we dug ourselves in the first half. So, I mean, I guess we could have tried to be a little bit more positive with each other, but I think we were all just frustrated with what we were kind of doing to ourselves out there.
Thank you, Allie. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. We'll have Cheyenne up next. Thank you, Allie. Hi, CP. We'll get started with Eric Wilson.
Cheyenne, good evening to you.
Hi, good evening.
Appreciate your time. Just got to know from you. I saw you were very vocal out there tonight. What did you tell your team in moments where you were down as much as 15, 17? What were you talking to them about tonight?
I was just trying to get us going. Like, we were making a lot of mental mistakes on offense, just turning the ball over, doing things that we've already talked about and that we know, we're better than. We're making really bad mental mistakes. So I was just trying to uplift our team and get us going and get us turning it around. Just trying to get us to turn the pace around.
Right. It appeared as though at one point in the second half, you just decided to take the weight of the sky on your shoulders, because you did finish with a double-double. Congrats on that. You're laser focused. Can you just speak to that and what you were seeing out there on the court?
Well, there's a lot of things that we got to clean up, on defense. Just transition defense is really huge for us. If we want to get far in the playoffs, if we want to see any success, we have to clean up our transition defense. And most of the time, the transition defense comes from turnovers. So if we clean up our turnovers, then the transition defense will play itself out. We can get back and get turned around in a stance.
Appreciate it, Cheyenne. Thank you.
Jake Meister.
Hey, CP, kind of along the same lines, as that vocal leader on this team, kind of when you guys seem to have these tight, close games or kind of come up on the wrong end, there seems to be a theme of just a lack of energy, so to speak. So where would you rate that tonight, just overall from the team?
Well, when we first started out the game, our energy lacked a bit. And I think throughout the game, it did pick up. But because we didn't start with the energy that we needed, I think that's the reason why we didn't come out with the win tonight. If we had came out with the energy that we needed because we knew how important this game was, then we would have most definitely took care of it, but we didn't.
How is that something you specifically address? Because obviously, once you guys hit the playoffs, the competition is only higher, obviously, than the regular season. So what exactly do you try to do to fix that?
I think we just have to, self-reflect, each and every one of us. We all have to look in the mirror and see what it is we need to do to make sure we bring that energy and that mental focus that we're going to need to win.
Appreciate it. Congrats on the double-double, CP.
Thank you. Wish we won, though. Would have been better.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Cheyenne.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll actually have Kahleah Copper up next. Hi, Ka. We'll get started with Eric.
Ka, how you feeling?
Good. What's up?
How you doing? How's we saw you go down at a scary moment. Coach said it was just an elbow to the face. How you feeling?
I'm good.
So, let's talk about tonight. What did you see tonight from your team? Cheyenne said that the energy just wasn't there. What did you see?
We turned the ball over. Like, we just gave it to them, and they probably converted on all of them. I think we had over 20 turnovers. Like, that's just too much. Like, that's too much. We still shot 49%, so we still got good shots that we wanted, but we gave them the ball too many times.
Along those lines, Cheyenne, short turnaround, mental mindset, you learn from this one and move on to the next one. You've got 4 games left before the postseason. What does the Sky need to do to get themselves prepared and ready for the competition that's going to be in front of you?
We just have to refocus, not let one turn into 2, and let them pile up. I think that we got to let this one go and just focus on the next one.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Jake Meister.
Hey, Kyle, obviously I know the result wasn't exactly what you guys were looking for tonight, but you know, you did claw back from quite a large deficit. So can you just speak to the team showing that fight tonight against obviously a pretty good team in Minnesota?
We're never out of games, never. It sucks that we always put ourselves in positions where we're down, and then we come all the way back in the game, and then we don't finish it. But we just gotta find a way to just start these games better and control the stretches and control other teams' runs.
When you're going against, you know, obviously a higher competition in the postseason, how is that something you can really address? Because, you know, that wiggle room, as you said, is pretty small.
We just have to focus on ourselves and not turn the ball over. I think that's really big for us. We lost possessions. We win games when we get more possessions, and every time we turned it over, we gave them the ball and they scored.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Kahleah.
Thank you so much, Ka. Thank you. Thank you all for joining us. We'll have post-game notes and quotes out shortly. Thank you. Have a great night.